Good morning. It's cold out here, and it's going to get colder. My daily practice is to come out and walk barefoot every single morning, and it doesn't matter what the weather is like. However, for those of you who have cold feet, I have something that might be of help to you. Did y'all know that adding cayenne pepper to your shoes or in your socks will keep your feet warm? Well, this is a good moment for me to give you a little public service announcement. It's true. Cayenne pepper can keep your feet warm. Let me show you how. So when I was growing up, I used to ice skate on frozen ponds and my feet would get cold. And I discovered there is a way to put cayenne pepper into your socks and keep your feet warm. Cayenne pepper will bring the blood flow up to the surface of the skin. So some people could be sensitive to it, so just proceed with caution if you have pepper sensitivities. However, I found this to be an amazing way to keep my feet warm inside of ice skates and boots. And with this cold weather upon us, I thought this would be an opportune moment to tell you about it. So most of the recipes use cornstarch, just cornstarch and cayenne pepper. You can, however, add baking soda. Baking soda is alkaline, and so if you have a tendency, maybe your feet sweat and they have a little stink to them, baking soda will help with that because the microbial, the bacteria that cause that cannot live in the alkalinity of baking soda. And if you can find it, there is also arrowroot, and arrowroot is perfectly safe to use on our bodies as a powder. It absorbs sweat and oil. I'm going to show you now how to put this thing together. It's a maybe just slightly rounded teaspoon. So there are 4 teaspoons of the arrowroot, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and 2 teaspoons of baking soda, a total of 8 teaspoons. To this, I can add up to a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Again, if you're more sensitive to pepper, maybe start with a half a teaspoon, but since I've used this before, I know for mine, I'm going to use a full teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Okay. And there's my teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I don't really like using the plastic ones, but they're the only ones that fit into the narrow jar openings. So now I'm going to sift this through, and I'm going to sift it together 3 times to really make sure that it's blended. Most of the time, the baking soda has a tendency, as you probably know, if you're cooking anything or baking anything, that it tends to clump up. So I'm going to run this through the sifter 3 times, but basically it's going to look like that. You don't really see the cayenne in it so much. And this is a small amount, but this will go for quite a while. You know, basically using it when you know you're going to be outside working for an extended amount of time and you're wearing boots or going ice skating on a pond and want to keep your feet warm. If you're like most of us frugal gardening types, you've probably saved some jars with little shaker lids on them, and that's perfect to put this in. Just make sure you label it and don't leave it in the kitchen because somebody might, you know, sprinkle it on cinnamon toast and that could be a problem. Okay, and there you have it. Warm feet. See you in the next video. Till then.